Hey, Caroline?
Yeah?
Can we get some light on here, please? I think we're getting ready to start.
You got it. Light, please.
Thanks. Good. Ready? Right now, you see Dorothy. Ready, Melina?
Yes, sir. Thanks, Caroline.
Jamie?
Ready when you are.
David?
Right here.
Everybody?
Ready.
Ready!
Now, you see, Dorothy lived in the midst of great and prayer. Now, there's no scenery in this scene because we want you to get the image of a prayer, like you do when you read. See as far as you can. Can't just fall far sighted. It's so flat in the prayer. The writing is so far away, the sky is so all around, nothing comes between you and the sky. That's where Dorothy lived, with Uncle Henry, who's a farmer.
Dorothy, did you fetch that water any after your aunt found?
I was just going for it.
And Aunt Em, his wife, too. Did you fetch that water in yet, Dorothy?
I was just going for it.
When Dorothy stood in the yard of their little one-room house, she could see nothing but the great prairie on every side. Not a tree, nor a house, but the broad sweep of flat country that stretched to the edge of the sky, all directions.
I wonder what's beyond the edge of it. Let's pass the part away from where I can see. Do you reckon?
It was her good old dog Toto that made her laugh and kept her from becoming as gray as her surroundings. They played with each other every second they got.
Come on, race to the well. 1, 2, Toto! No fair, get back here. Now, 1, 2, 3, go!
But then one day, from out of the south, sound, a low wail of wind came. Lights!
There's a cyclone coming in. Get to the shelter. I'll seize the livestock.
It's the most dreadful word in the whole language of Kansas.
Cyclone's coming.
Quick, Dorothy, run! Run for the cellar, her aunt shouted. Then, Dorothy was no fool. She did run, like lightning. And so did Toto, who's no fool either. But now, let me tell you what really happened. You see, Toto got followed to get down under animal instincts and ran for cover under the bed. Toto! That's why Dorothy lost that crucial split second.
Toto!
Trying to get Toto out of there.
Toto! Come on, child. Dorothy! Dorothy!
So before Dorothy could get Toto and herself down to the storm cellar, there came a great shriek from the wind, and the house shook, and I mean hard, and whirled around, and brought the house up to the very top of the cyclone. You see, the winds met exactly where the house stood, at the exact center of the cyclone. It whirled around, brought it up and carried it like a feather for miles and hours and hours and miles until Dorothy was jolted by a shock so sharp it shook her breathless and flung her out the door and away from the house, where she was made to find herself in a country of marvelous beauty. Green grass, rich and luscious fruits, and rare and brilliant birds, sweet singing, sparkling water sounds. Very grateful to a prairie girl's ears.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
You are welcome, most noble sorceress, to the land of the Munchkins.
Thank you very... Sorceress? Me? I'm not a sorceress. I'm just
We are so grateful to you for destroying the Wicked Witch of the East and for setting our people free from bondage.
You are very kind.
I think she likes it. I think she likes us. I think we might be able to get her to stay here with us. Do you think?
But there must be some mistake.
Mistake? What do you mean mistake?
I haven't destroyed anyone.
Well, your house did. And that comes to the same thing. Look, those are her 2 shoes.
Okay. That's the end of her. Get it? End of...
Still sticking out from under a block of wood.
Oh no, the house is falling on her. What are we gonna do?
There's nothing to be done.
What?
Excuse me, but is that creature there with you a sorcerer too?
Why no? That's Toto.
Toto? What's a Toto? We've never seen a Toto before.
That's his name. He's my dog, of course.
Dog? Dog.
Curious. Very interesting. But you see, this Toto dog is not a matter of course us.
But who was she?
She was the Wicked Witch of the East. She's ground down all the Munchkins into slavery for years. And now they're all free and grateful to you for the favor.
Exclamation point!
When they saw that the Wicked Witch of the East was dead, they called for me, and of course, I came at once. By the way, I am the Witch of the North.
Oh no. Are you a real witch?
Yes, indeed, I am real.
Oh Lord, the witch is still lives overseas.
But I am a good witch.
But I thought all witches were wicked.
Oh no, that is a terrible mistake. There are only 4 witches in the land of Oz, and 2 of them, those who live in the north and the south, yes, are good witches. I know this is true because I am one myself and cannot be mistaken. Those who live in the east and the west are indeed wicked witches. But now that you've killed one, there's only one wicked witch in the land of Oz, the one who lives in the west.
Aunt Emma told me that all the witches were all dead years ago.
Who is that Em?
She's my aunt who lives in Kansas, where I come from.
I don't know where Kansas is, or I've never heard of it mentioned before, but tell me, is it a civilized country?
Oh yes.
Then that accounts for it. In civilized countries, I believe that there are no witches left, nor wizards, nor sorcerers. But you see, the land of Oz has never been civilized before.
Lucky us. A civilized country? How strange. Sounds like a wasteland.
For we are cut off from the rest of the world. Therefore, we still have witches and wizards among us.
Who are the wizards?
Oz himself is the great wizard. He's more powerful than the rest of us together.
Where?
He lives in the Emerald City.
Look.
Ah, the Wicked Witch of the East is gone for good. She was so old that she dried up quickly in the sun. That is the end of her. Achoo! Bless you. But the silver shoes are yours, and you shall have them to wear. The Witch of the East was proud of those silver shoes. There's some charm connected with them. But what it is, we never knew.
Think you kindly, ma'am. Please, ma'am, I'm lost. I'm anxious to find my home. How can I get back to Kansas?
You must go to the City of Emeralds. Perhaps Oz will help you.
Where is this city? How can I get there?
You must walk. It's a long journey through a country that's sometimes pleasant. Yes, sometimes dark and terrible. However, I will use the magic arts I know to keep you from harm.
Won't you go with me?
No, I can't do that, but I will give you my kiss. And no one dare injure a person who has been kissed by the Witch of the North. Now, why don't you try on those magic silver shoes? They're just right for a long walk, because they can never wear out.
Yes, ma'am. They fit, as if they were made for me. They feel fabulous.
Because they are, of course. Now, the road to the City of Emeralds is paved with a yellow brick, so you can't miss it. When you get to Oz, don't be afraid of him. Just tell him your story and ask him for help. Goodbye, my dear.
Remember to follow the open road.
Follow.
Follow, follow!
Here's bread and some water. Oh wait. Goodbye, outhouse. We may never see you again. You've done many wonders in your time, though. Funny. I don't feel like as bad as you might think it would. Come on, old Toto, we're off to the Emerald City to ask the Great Oz how to find home. But follow
Props, please. She needs
the yellow brick.
Here you go.
Road!
We're off.
Excuse me, did you wink? I thought I had been mistaken at first. None of the scarecrows in Kansas ever wink.
That's Kansas for you.
Did you speak?
Certainly. How do you do?
I'm pretty well, thank you. How do you do?
I'm not feeling well. You see, it's very tedious being stuck here day and night to scarecrows.
Then why don't you get down?
Well, this pole is stuck on my back. If you'll remove it, I'll be much obliged to you.
Oh, well, here. Let me try to. There you. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Thank you very much. I feel like a new man.
He'll be stretching himself, limbering up, learning to stand and walk. In fact, through the rest of this scene, and the whole play for that matter. These things aren't learned overnight, you know.
Who are you? And where are you going?
My name is Dorothy, and I'm going to the Emerald City to ask the Great Oz to help me find home.
Where's the Emerald City? And who's Oz?
Why? Don't you know?
No, of course not. I don't know anything. You see, I'm stuffed, so I have no brains at all.
I'm awfully sorry for you.
I'm sorry for myself. You see, as soon as I was stuck out here, all dedicated to being fierce and defending the corn, this old crow perches right on my shoulder and says, "Did that old fool of a farmer think he'd fool us this easily? Any fool of a crow can see that this is a strong man." And he goes right into eating as much corn as he can hold, right at my very feet, you know? I felt low then, but then the old crow says, "Never mind, if only you had some brains in your head, then you'd be as good a man as any, and better than some." So, ever since then, I've been trying to think out how to get some brains, you see.
I think I see, but how can you think about brains?
Do you think that if I went with you to the Emerald City, that the Great Oz could give me some brains?
I don't know, but come with me if you want. If Oz won't give you brains, you won't be any worse than you are now.
That's true. You see, I don't mind my arms, legs, and body being stuffed, because then I can't get hurt. If I get stomped on or stuck with a pin, it doesn't matter, because I can't feel it. But with my mind, I want to feel things. And with a stuffy head, how will I ever think or know anything?
I know how you feel. Come with me, and I'll ask Oz to do all he can for you.
Thank you. Shall we?
Let's.
Toto is suspicious, jealous even. Look at him, muzzling between them, growling, threatening to do a little heel licking at the slightest excuse.
Don't mind Toto, he never bites.
Which in doggies means, don't push me now.
Oh, I'm not afraid. He can't hurt me. I'm full of straw. Do let me carry that basket for you.
Oh, that's all right.
I won't mind it. I can't get tired.
Think of that.
Now then, we're off to the Emerald City.
To the Wizard of Oz.
We're off.
Tell me about the place you come from.
Well, in Kansas, it's very dry there, and everything is gray. When it snows, though, that's something. All that space. But sometimes there are terrible windstorms called cyclones. That's how me and Toto got here into the land of Oz.
I can't understand why you should wish to leave this beautiful country and get back to the gray, dreary place you call Oz, Kansas.
That's because you have no brains. No matter how dreary and gray our homes are, We people of flesh and blood would rather live there than anywhere else.
Of course,
There's just no place like home.
Of course, I can understand that. If you didn't have brains, you'd probably all live in beautiful places. Then Kansas would have good people. It's very lucky for Kansas that you have brains.
I guess so. What did you say?
I don't think I said anything, but of course I can't.
I thought I heard a noise.
I don't know, but we can look and see.
Good idea. Excuse me.
Did you crow?
What?
Oil. Can.
The what?
The oil can! Thank you.
Ah, beautiful. I can talk again, thank you. Now oil all my joints. They're rusted so badly, I can hardly move them at all. What a comfort. You know, I've been holding that axe here ever since I rusted. Am I ready to put it down? Oh, that's good. Listen, I can never thank you two enough.
Oh, that's all right.
Listen, I may have stood there forever if you two had come along. So you've certainly saved my life. How do you happen to be here?
We're going to the Emerald City, and we just stopped to rest a little.
See?
We wish to see the great Oz as well.
Why do you wish to see the great Oz?
I want him to help me find home.
And I want him to put a few brains in my head.
Do you suppose Oz could give me a heart?
Why, I expect so.
Your chances are as good as mine, I think.
Well then, if you allow me to join you in a journey, I'll go along the endless sea and ask Oz to help me too.
Come along. We'd be pleased to have your company.
I think you better take along the oil can, because if you got caught in the rain and rusted again,
That's true. Now then,
we're off to...
oh no, I sucked this poor little beetle and killed it.
Don't worry. We're not using a real beetle, of course.
But you didn't mean to.
I've never in my life hurt any living creature.
No, there. You didn't mean to. Why, you're crying.
Quick, Dorothy, dry his tears or he'll rust.
You're right, as usual. And you, having got a brain in you, the great Tintin thing, having got a heart, I can't figure you two out. Don't you think we ought to move it along? How do you think it'll be before we get to the Emerald City, anyway?
I don't know, but it's beginning to get dark, I think.
Lights.
And there are lions and...
Lions?
Yes, and tigers.
Tigers?
Yes, and bears.
Bears?
Yes, lions and tigers and bears and things. But don't worry, nothing can hurt the scarecrow. And I'm not crazy enough. I have my oil can. And you bear the mark of a good witch's kiss, which would protect you from harm.
But Toto, what will protect him?
We'll have to protect him ourselves, if he is in danger.
There goes the scarecrow.
Don't you dare fight Toto. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. A big beast like you to fight a poor dog?
I didn't fight him.
No, but you tried to. You're nothing but a big coward.
I know it.
What?
I've always known. But how can I help it?
I don't know, I'm sure. To think of you knocking down the poor man like a poor scarecrow?
Is he strong?
Of course he's strong.
That's why I went over so easily. Is the other one strong too?
No, he's made of tin.
Oh, that's why I nearly blunted my claws out. When I scratched against the tin, it made a cold shiver run down my spine. What's that little animal here so tender of?
That's my dog, Toto.
Oh, he's a curious little animal. He doesn't seem fierce now that I look at him. No one would think of fighting such a little animal except a coward like me.
What makes you a coward?
It's a mystery. I suppose I was born that way. All the other animals, of course, naturally expect me to be brave. The lion is everywhere, not to be the king of the beasts.
Go on.
Well, I learned that if we roared very loudly, living thing is frightened and got out of my way. Whenever I've met a man, I've been awfully scared. But I've just roared at him, and he's always gone away as fast as he could go. If the elephants and the bears and the tigers had ever tried to attack me, I'd have to run myself. But then I just roar, and then, you see?
And of course, I let them go.
But that isn't right. The king of beasts shouldn't be a coward.
I know. It's my great sorrow. It makes my life pretty unhappy. And whenever there's danger, my heart begins to beat so fast,
Maybe you have heart disease.
maybe.
If you do, you ought to be glad.
Why?
Because it proves you have a heart.
Well, doesn't every?
No, you see, for my part, I have no heart, so I can't have heart disease.
Maybe if I didn't have a heart, I wouldn't be such a coward.
Do you have brains?
I suppose so. I've never thought about it.
I'm gonna ask the great Oz to give me some brains.
And to give me a heart.
And I'm going to ask him to help me find home.
Do you suppose Oz could give me some courage?
Why not?
It would be as
Of course.
easy as giving us our things. I know that much.
Well then, if you don't mind, I'll go with you.
Of
My life
course.
doesn't mean a thing to me without a little courage.
Well then, come on.
Yes, we're off.
To see the wizard.
The wonderful wizard.
Bye-bye.